How did you get involved with the race to the North Pole last year?
I
know.
I don't even know where to start on that. Well, I heard about the race. I heard about the race to the North Pole that Holland Shepherd Group was doing as a fundraiser for bicycles for Toys for Tots, and I thought it was a good idea, a good way to get involved in trying to help kids, because I really feel like every kid deserves a bicycle, and what a better way than to get involved with helping them get bicycles. And basically the only way that I needed to get involved was to offer them a painting that they could raffle off and use to raise funds to buy bicycles.
Tell me about your inspiration in creating the first painting for Race to the North Pole.
Oh, about 12 years ago or so, I came across Cliff Snyder, which is a professional Santa Claus out of High Point, North Carolina. And through the magic of social media, we became friends. And we had the opportunity of carrying our granddaughter to see him one night. And when we left seeing him, she asked me if it was the real Santa. And after meeting him and learning what he was all about, I said, yeah, he's about as real as it gets when it comes to Santa. And at that time, I decided, I wanted to do a painting. I really wanted to do a painting of him. I didn't know it was going to be 10 years I was still going to be painting him. But he agreed to it, and I done the first painting, which was a series I started called Core Sound Santa. It was, I done it for the Decoy Festival, the Harkers Island. And I've been doing one in that series every year since. This year will be the 10th year that I've done it. And through that, we started the series for the Race to the North Pole. So hopefully that'll be another series that'll take off from the Core Sound Santa series and continue.
All right, so year number one painting is in the books. We're starting on year number 2. How does that process start?
First off, you've got to come up with the idea. I've got to get an idea in my head of what we want to do. There again, something to do with a bicycle, something to do with kids, and of course Santa. So the idea has to come. And last year, pretty much at the race for the North Pole, the idea came to mind about having Santa actually giving the kid the bicycle. So that was the basis of it. And from there, you get that idea. And most of the time, when I get an idea, it comes to me in my head. I see it. I can see it in my head before I ever start putting it on paper. Better than when it comes time to put it on paper, because most of the time when I put it on paper, it'll go through 5 or 6 different sketches before I actually come to one that I say, okay, I want to focus on that and go from there. This year's Race to the North Pole painting, like I say, it's going to depict Santa giving a kid a bicycle. So then I had to figure in my head, okay, what do I want? What are the elements? What do I want in there? How do I want him? How do I want it posed and so forth? And I sat down and I done several different sketches, rough sketches, and till I got something that I kind of liked. And then from there, you just redefine it, and you might have to do 4 or 5 more sketches before you get it defined like you want it, before it comes time to go to canvas. But that's pretty much it. It's I feel like I'm kind of lucky in the fact that I can see things in my head before I can imagine things. I guess I got a good imagination.
Kyle, give us an update on how the second painting is going for this year's Race to the North Pole.
Okay, well, since the last time you were here, the painting's completely changed. The sketch completely changed. I think we talked about that a little bit last time. After looking at what I had and the direction I was going, I really didn't like it. I wanted it to have a lot more action to it. And we had also talked about, in the past, having a marine in it, which the first sketch didn't have the marine. This one does, and I kind of like it a lot better. with that element in there, and got the tree in the background. I got the sketch the way I wanted it. I got it transferred over to the canvas and started painting the background. The tree in the background, I didn't want it really to stand out a whole lot. I just wanted the image of the tree there. So that I got that in the works, and just working on redefining the sketch as I paint. As I start putting the paint in, I see things I need to change, and I can kind of manipulate it that way and go from there. That's where we're at right now. I've got the sketch on the canvas, laid out on the canvas pretty much the way it's going to be, and just starting to fill it in with the underbase.
Kyle, tell me a little bit about the types of paint that you use for these paintings.
I use acrylic. I paint in acrylic. I've just always, I guess that's what I learned with, and I've just always stuck to it. A lot of people use oils. I've thought about oils, and I know that oils, if I could ever get used to them, would be, there's a lot of benefits to oils over acrylic, but I've kind of got my own method with acrylics. I've got to where I can blend them pretty well. I can pretty much do what I want to with them. I've figured out how to keep them from drying so quick. That's the main thing with acrylics. They dry fast. Oils takes forever to dry. Doing this painting in oils would probably take me several months to do, because you got to, with oils you have to, you paint a little bit, then you got to stop and you got to let it dry, the layers and all, and it can take, there again, like months for it to dry and to where you can do anything with it. Acrylics, pretty much as I go, is drying. Like I say, I have figured out ways to slow down the drying so I can get something. I don't want it to dry too fast, but I don't want it to dry too slow either. So that's just always been my my preference, is using the acrylics over the oils.